Niagara's Assertive Street Outreach program is using creative solutions to assist in helping homeless individuals in the region to get off the streets. Program Director Shelly Mousseau from Gateway and outreach worker Nathan Torraville join us. And Shelly, we experienced some very cold temperatures, and then that week and a half or so of cold temperatures were followed by days and days of rain. These are challenging times for those who are on the streets.
Absolutely. All times during the year are challenging for us and our team, but when we see the cold weather alerts or the heat alerts, it's times like that we just have to be prepared and ready to take action. And we do various different things in order to do that. So we're prepared ahead of time before those things happen. So our team that Nathan is part of, are ready to go out onto the streets and support people and give them what they need, to whether it's find shelter or tools or resources to get them into housing or somewhere that keeps them safe during that time.
Nathan, you're making first contact with some of these people, and some of them are new to the streets as well. Mm-hmm. What do you do to build trust, to build the respect between you and the homeless person that you're talking with?
Well, it is about building rapport. I come up to someone, maybe it's my first time seeing them. It could be their first day, first month, or first year being homeless. They might not have had contact with NASO or any outreach support before, or any other community support. And so I come out and I ask them, what can I do for you? What are your goals? Ultimately, usually it is housing. And so I would just build a rapport with them, ask what they need in between then. Sometimes it's getting ID, sometimes it's medical support, mental health support, anything like that. And it might not be that day that we kind of do anything. Maybe they say, I don't want to talk right now, I'm not interested. And I say, okay, no worries, of course. But I might come back the next day or the day after and ask again. I'm like, hey, I know yesterday or the other day you didn't want help, but I'm here to help.
Is it key then, Nathan, to not force yourself onto somebody?
Of course,
right?
For sure. We work with them. It's on their time, on their comfort level. So if they're not comfortable with talking to me, I'm not going to force them into talking with me. I'm going to say, well, when you do want to talk, here's my phone number, or here's a way to contact me. Here's 211. If you want to talk to me, my name's Nathan. Call 211, call myself, and I'll come out and we can start our conversation.
Shelly, this can be a long process to ease somebody into that comfort level and to really sort of set those goals as well.
Absolutely. As Nathan's talking about, it's gaining that rapport, and that takes time. And, Nathan said it before, it sometimes takes 2-3 visits, sometimes it takes 15. What's important is that we gain our trust and we don't give up on people. So we continuously go out, we engage, we get to know where they are. So NASO has a mapping tool that we can identify encampments in the Niagara region, and we're able to know where people are at. So when Nathan goes out on his day, he's out there identifying where people are at so he can engage with them and over. And sometimes our homeless population are transient as well. So, 1 week they're in Niagara Falls, the next week they're in St. Catharines. So, Nathan works with the team that we have across the entire region. We have workers in every city, and they connect with each other as a team to talk about who they're looking for and how they can engage with people so we don't give up on them.
How does NASA fit in with the other programs, with Housing First and what was the other one that you said?
Housing First and Home for Good, and we have permanent supportive housing. So all very important and tied together. NASO is that first point of contact. So that's where they're engaging with people on the streets and identifying how long they've been homeless, putting them in the system. And then once they're in a system that we use called HIFIS, we can gather data and information to determine how long someone's been homeless. And then after that, it goes into a coordinated access system, which we call the by name list. And the by name list allows us to identify the people who have been on the streets the longest, and we can work with them to provide them subsidies for housing in the community. So Nathan can use some of those things.
How do you use that data, Nathan? How do you actually use that and put it into work?
Yeah, so when I meet someone, I would first ask obviously it's all consent based, so I ask their consent to add their name into HIFIS, to get consent for us to speak for their behalf, or other organizations to speak on their behalf to me and NASO and Gateway. And I would record their basic info, their name, date of birth, where they're from, and also record their housing history, a 3-year housing history, whether that's in an encampment on the street, or if they're renting, if they're staying at a friend's place, family member. It all counts as housing history. And then that information is then used by the nameless to see who needs support, and it goes out to them.
Shelly, NASO is operating across the region.
It is, yep. So as I said a moment ago, we do have outreach workers across the entire Niagara region. We have coverage in Niagara Falls and St. Catharines 12 hours a day, so NASO's on the streets from 7.
Is that where the biggest pockets are?
It is. Niagara Falls, St. Catharines are our largest pockets, and then I would say the Welland area would be next. We have extra people in those areas, but then we also have a worker in Port Colborne, and then we have regional workers who would be able to go out anywhere, as well as weekend workers who are regional. So as we monitor 211, when a call comes in, no matter what time of day, we get that call and we can dispatch anywhere else in the region, so we can get to a person pretty quickly. When somebody calls, whether it's a homeless person themselves or a community individual who is calling, we can get that call and get out there as quick as possible.
Does NASO make use of the shelter system, the temporary shelter systems?
Absolutely. So shelter systems are a big part of what we do, because
But they're not the final answer.
they're not the
obviously.
final answer, because NASO's mandate is to house people, right? So Nathan's ultimate goal is to find somebody and find them permanent housing. Our goal is to find somebody a roof that goes over their head long term, where our shelter systems are temporary, right? So on those cold alert days, we're definitely going to be using the shelter systems, but not every single person who's homeless wants to go into shelter systems.
They're very daunting places to many people.
For some they are, right? Comfort level for anybody can be different. So, it's important for NASO to use a toolbox with different resources. Sometimes it's finding that aunt who will take them in for a few days over that cold weather, or a friend that would take somebody in for a few days over that cold weather. It's, really understanding the individual and their story, and then being able to use that information to find them housing. But ultimate goal is housing people right from streets to permanent housing.
Nathan, you mentioned 211. Why is that an important number to remember?
So it's a very important number to remember because that is one of the most important ways that we receive information about someone.
So those calls come into 211 and they reach out to Gateway to connect with.
Yeah, so it's like a dispatch system almost. So I get a notification on my phone, a new call has come in. It's a message, so I listen to someone who left a message, and it could be a homeless person looking for support themselves. It could be a community member, just a regular citizen, another community support, saying, "Hey, this person is here. They want help. Can you come out and talk to them?"
Right.
We would like a callback number, because we always want to call back the person who at least called, or call someone else who's related to that, and just say, "Yes, I got your message. I'm on my way now," or "I can be there in the next 15 minutes," kind of thing. And that's essentially one of the most important ways that we help.
Shelly, where can people go to find out more information about NASO and the other programs offered by Gateway?
You can find information on our website, so www.gatewayofniagara.ca. The Niagara region has wonderful information about all homelessness services on their website. I would definitely encourage going to that area. There's up-to-date information there in regards to that. And then, calling 211. It's a great resource, whether it's for NASO or finding a shelter bed in Niagara. It's a resource that anyone can use to find more information.
Shelly, Nathan, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.